Hello everyone. In previous lessons we have created the Django application and put it inside of Docker container. So now it's accessible from the browser and we can show logs uh, in our terminal inside of Python app container. Okay, so now I'm going to add Django REST framework inside of our application and to prepare working with the simplest API endpoint to learn Python actually. So first of all, I I opened the PyPy with Django REST framework. We have the latest version from the REST framework for now. I'm going to add it inside of our requirements.txt with this version. So after that we should rebuild our container using command docker compose admin --build, and this requirement will be added inside of container, and we will have the Django REST framework in our environment. So I'm going to create the views py inside of our app where we have the settings and URLs. It's not the best practice to have it here, but for now it's okay. After that, I'm going to add so we installed the REST framework inside of our container, and I'm going to add it inside of installed apps on the bottom of them. So installed apps located in the app settings py, and here after everything I'm going to add REST framework application. So it's added, and let's create the class that we will call Python API view, and it should be imported from the REST framework API view. So let's import it from the REST framework. REST framework views, it located there, and we need API view. And I'm going to add here two endpoints for get and for post. And also import response from the REST framework response. So we added two endpoints for the post and the get. And also we need to add the view inside of our URL dispatcher. It will be API Python API view as view. So we added the view inside of dispatcher, and also we should import it from the API views import Python API view. Yeah, so it's imported, and we can check it in our browser. For example, localhost API. We should not only API, we should fix the import here. It should be app views Python API view. So yeah, we have the interface from the Django REST framework that can be used for making get and post request. So for the get request, we have as response 200 OK, and also we can make the post request, and also we have as a response we make the post API, and also we have 200 OK. So I'm going to enhance a little bit our endpoints. Let's add here the data that the endpoint should return. For example, data get success. And for the post also let's return post success. Okay, so for the get we make the get request, and from the server we retrieve the as response 200 OK, and the data like success, get success. And also we can make post request, and here we have also 200 OK and post success. We can change the status for the response. For example, it makes sense to response for the post 201 status. That means we created something on the server. So let's change the status for the post. By default it return 200, but we can change it, for example, for 201. And in case we make the post request, we retrieve the 201 status code. Also, I would suggest to use for the API, for the working with the API endpoints, Postman. So it can make API calls for these endpoints. For example, we can put the our host here, localhost 8000 API, and make the call, make the get request, and also retrieve the get success. For the post, we just can make the post post request, and we get error like append slash. It expect to have slash in the end of the request here. Okay, so we made the post request and achieved the post success response with status 201. In case we want to get data from the post endpoint, for example, we can use post request data here, and also let's print post call it this way, and for the get we can just make log for the get call it. Okay, and let's test it from the postman. For example, get endpoint. In case we make the get request, we also retrieved 200 OK response with data, and here we have get called in our logs from the Python app container. In case we make the post request, we have post success. We didn't send any data from the post request and the post call it. We can add some data from the post inside of body of the post request. For example, name John. Oh, no, not the params. Let's put it inside of body. So we send in data inside of body of the post request, make the post request, and here we have query dict with the name John. So we can try to access to actually name field from the data, and make call to achieve the John name. So we have it here. Okay guys, that's it. I wanted to explain this lesson. I'm going to delete these rows and just left the uh, two endpoints for the post and get, and we can make them from the post, for example, for testing how it works. Okay, thank you for the watching video. Goodbye.